What's up, guys? It's Dan from Crypto Camacho. And hey, guys, check this out. We are about to see Bitcoin SV go up in price. Watch this, all right? So right now, I'm watching Bitcoin SV. I've been watching it for a few days. I want to show you what I've been doing and how I've been trading on this particular coin. There are others that we could trade on as well, and I'll show you, but I want to show you specifically this one because I think this has a lot of potential in the future. Okay, so let me zoom out a bit. Okay, so this is the 3-day time frame for Bitcoin SV on Binance, and you can see the price has been wildly volatile for the last several weeks, last month or two, since the hard fork of Bitcoin Cash. Right, the price shot up, went way down, shot back up again, went back down to 35, up to 140. Can you imagine if you bought at $36 right after the hard fork and then sold at about 140? I mean, that's insane what's happening. So right now we're seeing kind of retracements of that initial build up, right? And initially we saw a 300%, 292% gain with Bitcoin SV. We then saw a smaller gain of 34%, and then we saw another one 90%, and now we're expected to see another likely big jump here in the next week or two, right? Maybe a little bit less, but approximately about that time frame. Okay. I don't think the jump is going to be as high. I don't really know, but I don't think it's going to be as high. I think what could happen is we could form a bull here and actually jump right back up to like the 125 range if we do get in the bullish territory. But now let's take a look at this a little bit closer, okay? So now let's zoom in on the time frames from the 3-day down to the 1-day, right? Now we see the MACD starting to show up. We've been in negative territory in the MACD for some time now. And if I just open that up, let me fix that a little bit. You can see that in the MACD, we're about to start an uptrend, right? A couple more down swings for sure, but we're about to start an uptrend on the 1-day chart, which indicates again that we may see an uptrend coming soon, okay? Next, if we go out if we zoom in even further to the 6-hour chart, you start to see a lot more MACD action. You start to see the RSI action is completely bullish, completely on the uptrend, up now in the 40s, soon to be up in the 50s and so on. So you see how that's also a factor here. You see that the MACD, it's on a downtrend, like I just was saying, so a little bit more of a downtrend before we bounce back up again, okay? One thing I want to show you is I've been using Spectro Indicator. This is also Bitcoin SV on Binance using Spectro Indicator. If I go to the 1-day chart, you see that there are some indicators using this particular tool. If you guys aren't familiar with Spectro, go to cryptocamacho.com/Spectro, or just in the show notes, you can click on the link. But you could basically get this plugin on TradingView and you can use it and it'll give you signals. It'll give you indications of whether or not the price is going to go up or down, depending on if we're in a bullish or a bearish swing in the market, right? Every time these warnings come, it's a warning that the market's either going to go up or the market's going to go down. We see another warning here just on the 1-day chart happened 2 days ago that we saw a warning, right? Last time we saw a warning, we saw it jump up. If we zoom down on the time frames, right, you can see that how effective Spectro is on the lower time frames. This is a 4-hour chart, right? So there's some really cool things that you can do with Spectro, and I've talked about it before, but Roderick, who's the founder of Spectro, and Hypester, who actually built this tool, he's been adding new features to this constantly for the last few months, right? And there's a lot of new features here that you could probably see if you've been watching my videos, right? But he outlines this indicator. It basically forecasts and makes kind of predictive forecasts of where the price may go in the cryptocurrency markets. And it uses these indicators, either green arrows right here or red arrows up here, to show if the price is going to go up or down, right? So recently, let's see, about a week ago, we see that there was a big green arrow right here after the drop, which indicated that the price was going to rise, and it actually did rise, right? You have something called a volume bull, which indicates when the volume is rising, either in the bearish or the bullish side. So you can see that right here as well. If you go down to even smaller time frames, you start to see that the arrows are going to start lighting up. right? So you see just right now, we're getting a volume bull flag. We got these green arrows just maybe yesterday, right? And we're showing warning signs kind of all over the board, which indicates that we likely will see a price jump here coming soon with Bitcoin SV, okay? So check this out. That's how I validate. I usually go to Coinigy. I check all of my different MACD, RSI, EMA indicators, and when I'm fairly confident that the price is going to go up, I'll go over here to Spectro and I'll say, okay, is Spectro agreeing with what I'm saying, right? With what I'm seeing in the market, right? Is Spectro agreeing with that? And in this case, yes, they are, right? We're seeing high volume on the hour chart, high green, high volume. We're seeing the warning indicators. We're seeing the yellow triangles, which also indicates a bounce up. If you look right here in the past, and look at all these paths, like you could see where the predictions have been made in the past and how successful they've been or how not successful they've been. And it has been relatively successful. If you go down into the lower time frames, obviously you're going to get more indicators the more you do, but the weaker they are, the deeper you go down, or the smaller the time frame you go in, the weaker those indicators are, but they're still there nonetheless, right? And we see some green arrows right here, which could indicate that we're going to see an uptrend. I don't know how high, but I would expect, 5-10% at the minimum, right? All right, so anyway, I hope this has helped you trade in the market, particularly for Bitcoin Cash SV. I'm Dan from Crypto Camacho. I hope this helps, and let's see how this market turns out in a day or two. See you guys.